All right, let's talk about taking your business global. International exporting. I mean, it's a huge world of opportunity, right? You can reach brand new markets, see your products all over the planet. But, and this is a big but, with all that opportunity comes some pretty serious and kind of hidden risks.
So picture this. Your product, all your hard work, is packed up and it's on a ship. It's halfway across the ocean on its way to a new customer thousands of miles from home. You've done everything right on your end. But now comes that one single question that every single exporter has to ask themselves. Am I actually going to get paid for this?
Because let's be honest, international trade can feel like a high stakes gamble. The potential rewards? Oh, they're massive. But the pitfalls are just as real. And knowing how to navigate this whole landscape is really the key to winning the game. So, what are you really up against out there? Before you can protect yourself, you gotta know what you're fighting. So, we're gonna break down the three biggest threats that can absolutely sink your export deal, and we'll take them one by one.
Okay, first up is probably the most common and, let's face it, the most painful threat. We're calling this one the vanishing payment because that's literally what can happen. Your money just disappears. The official term for this is buyer insolvency, and it's a classic trap, especially if you're offering what's called open credit terms. See, you ship your goods, you trust that you're going to get paid in, say, 30, 60, maybe 90 days. But somewhere in that window, your buyer's business goes under. They declare bankruptcy. And just like that, the payment you were counting on is gone. Poof. And you're left holding the bag. And you can see the domino effect right here. It all starts with that simple act of trust, shipping on open credit. But if that buyer goes belly up, the impact is immediate. I'm talking a severe hit to your cash flow, a total loss of revenue for that sale. And then, if you want to try to chase that money down, well, now you're looking at crazy expensive international legal action. It's a nightmare. Now let's move on to our second threat. This one is a little different because it's all about intentional trickery. This isn't just a business deal that went sour. This is someone actively trying to pull one over on you from the very beginning. Yep, we're talking about misrepresentation fraud. This is where the person or the company you're dealing with just isn't who they say they are. They might be using a totally bogus company, fake documents, or really sophisticated email scams. But their goal is always the same: get your stuff or your money with zero intention of ever paying. And the ways they do this are pretty creative, you gotta give them that. They can cook up a fake company that looks totally legit, website and all, just to lure you in. Or they might mess with shipping documents to commit customs fraud. And of course, there's good old email phishing, where an email that looks like it's from your real buyer tells you, hey, wire the payment to this new bank account. Spoilers, it's not their account. And the damage here? Just as bad. You ship your products to a fake company, well, you've just lost your goods. It's that simple. You get tangled up in document fraud, even by accident, and you could be facing serious legal trouble from governments. And if you fall for that email scam, the money is gone. And good luck ever seeing it again. All right, our final threat is a whole different beast. This one has nothing to do with a shady buyer or a clever scam artist. This risk comes from the world itself. It's about forces that are way beyond your control or even your buyer's control. We're talking about political and economic risk. This is what happens when something big and unexpected goes down in your buyer's country after you've already shipped. Think about things like sudden political unrest, new international sanctions, or maybe the government just decides to freeze all currency from leaving the country. And think about it. Your buyer could be 100% honest with every intention of paying you on time. But if their government suddenly says no more international payments, well, their hands are tied. And for you, the effects are just crippling. Your payment gets delayed, maybe forever. Your goods could even be seized at the port. And your business in that entire region could just grind to a halt overnight. So, yeah, those are the threats. It sounds pretty scary, I get it. But here is the single most important thing I'm going to say in this entire explainer. You are not defenseless. Not at all. So, it is time to pivot. We're done with the problems. Now let's talk solutions. We're going to build your defense system. Think of it as your exporter's shield. These are the tools that are going to protect you from all the dangers we just talked about. The key here, the whole point, is being proactive. There are real foundational safeguards you can put in place that will turn what feels like a risky gamble into just a smart business decision. So let's build that shield, piece by piece. So here it is, your 4 steps to exporting security. First, you're going to ensure the deal itself.
Second, you get a bank to guarantee it. Third, you do your homework on who you're dealing with. And fourth, you protect yourself from the wild swings of the global market.
And this is your practical toolkit. We're going to match every threat with a specific defense. So for threat number 1, the vanishing payment, you use something called trade credit insurance. Think of it like a safety net. If your buyer doesn't pay, the insurance company does. Simple. To beat threat number 2, deception in disguise, you insist on a letter of credit, or an LC. Now, this is a real game changer. It's a guarantee from the buyer's bank that says you will get paid as soon as you prove you've shipped the goods. This totally removes the buyer's risk from the equation. Now, of course, your first line of defense is always going to be buyer due diligence. And I mean more than a quick search online. Ask for references and actually check them. Use a credit agency. And finally, to manage threat 3, the unstable world, you use financial tools like currency hedging. This lets you lock in an exchange rate ahead of time so a sudden market swing doesn't wipe out all your profit.
You know, when you really boil it all down, it comes back to this one powerful idea. Every single tool we've talked about is all about one thing: being prepared. In the world of exporting, what you do before you ship is so much more important than what you try to do after something goes wrong. Preparedness is your best defense. It's your strongest defense.
So, there you have it. We've laid out the threats, and we've built the shield. That global market is out there, and it's waiting for you. The question isn't, is it risky anymore? The question is, are you prepared? And with these tools, you're not gambling anymore. You're trading smart. You're trading with confidence. So, are you ready?